Hello, beautiful people. My name is Akela, and today I would like to share a remix I made, and I'm gonna show you how to make this. Now, I know the version has already been remixed by Sickkick, but I thought I would like a little housey vibe on the track, so I made my own version out of it. And yeah, as I said already, today I would like to show it to you and how I made it. So let's jump in. Alright guys, we are in Ableton and this is what the remix looks like. In the DAW we get the vocals up top, and on the build-up I just chopped up the acapella like this.
How can life be what you want it to be?
So I looped it in the end to build some tension, and then in the drop I just used the original acapella, which I filtered myself, I think, with RX7 because there was no acapella available. You can hear some artifacts there, but it doesn't really bother me because I'm building around the track anyway, so you can't really hear it. Okay, moving on, we have the drums. Drums consists of two kicks. One kick is a thumpy kick. The other one is a top kick. Just to give the track some high end in the kick. Then we have some hi-hats. It's like 3 instances of hi-hats, and they are Haas affected as well, so they get a little, they are a little wider. And others are hitting straight in the middle. We have 2 percussions, one pan to the left and one pan to the right here, like so. And 3 instances of claps. Used a little compressor over here and a EQ to make them sound more fat in the mix. Alright, that's the drums. Moving on to the bass, we have 3 instances of bass, one of which is a sub bass, then we have an effect bass and a gritty bass on top. The effect bass opens up a cutoff filter in the serum to give it a little bit more extra energy towards every 8 bars. Next up we do have some toms, but they only play in the verse, like deep toms. Just to give some little extra energy in the verse, and it doesn't sound the same always. We do have pads in the drop, which sound like this. They are good to kind of give the drop a little bit of flavor, so it's not just bass and a cappella the whole time. I'm gonna use those for the chords, and I disable them in the build-ups so I can build more tension again. One cool thing I did in the build-up is actually the city noise I used. It's like city atmosphere. I'm just using this one in the build-up just for some ground noise action, which is pretty good sometimes. And then we have the respace. Also, I do have some white noise effect here. and a Fisher synth, which I downloaded from Splice, just a random sample, which sounds like this, with a lot of reverb on it. So all in all, this one is cool also. It's just a chopped up sample with some reverb as well, just to add some excitement in the drop. And in the second half of the drop there is actually a siren playing, which you can't really hear in the mix, but it's there just to give some high end towards the whole drop, and some interlude snare over here. So as you can see, the whole track is pretty much automated. So if I open up the automations, you will see a lot of red lines here. Oh no, I actually disabled them all, but there are quite some automations here. What else do we have? We have some effects like crashes, impacts, white noise, some snares, just for some extra effects. Those tiny things, they really make the track alive, so it doesn't sound the same always, which is pretty nice, and it adds some energy towards the whole thing and keeps the listener excited, if that makes sense. We also do have a sample from Boris Brecher's Twisted Reality here. I just cut it out of the song and put it in mine. And also in the verse I disabled the gritty bass, so I just have the sub bass playing along with the drums and the effect bass, so it doesn't always put pressure on the listener during the verse as well, because the vocal opens up and you get room to breathe, if that makes sense. And then we have those little disco steps here as well. And last but not least, a vocal texture group, which sounds like this. In the mix. And I also chopped up the vocal before the drop a little bit, like so. Just for some extra effects as well, which is pretty nice here. And that's about it, I would say. I do have some more tiny things in the end, like, where is it actually? This sample. Just a OTT on it and some reverb. And also pretty important in every remix that you sidechain your acapella towards your kick, but I think that's obvious. So we have an LFO tool here, which hits pretty much the whole time. I just disabled it in the build-up section because there is no kick, and then therefore you don't need it. So make sure to disable your sidechain compression every time there is no kick playing, because it makes no sense. Only if you need it as an additional effect, then it's fine to use it. But otherwise, just disable it, please. I hear this so often and it annoys my ears, really. And we do have a pre-drop fill here as well, which is 1, 2, 3, this one's. So yeah guys, that's about it. If you liked what you saw, then please make sure to give me a thumbs up or a subscription, and I will keep continuing making these tutorials for you. So stay tuned for the next one. They all will be around music production and this kind of topic. So yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next video soon. Bye bye, peace out, and cheers.